computation of autocorrelation and spectral density for the baseband transmission, right? Today we will extend that one to the bandpass representation of the signal, right? See here, this xt is a bandpass representation, random process representing the bandpass, right? So here this xti and xtq individually they are baseband transmission, just like what we discussed in the previous class. They are the baseband transmission. Once we know this xti and xtq, we can get this xt as a bandpass transmission here. This fc is a carrier frequency, what we use it here. For instance, let us consider a few examples for this. Let us start with very simple case, that QPSK, right? Here so this is a simple example. Here we have cos 2 pi fct is there, sin 2 pi fct is there, and this one root 2 EB by TB. It is a constant, basically this constant getting multiplied with what? This cos 2 pi fct and then the sin 2 pi fct. And what is this? This is basically the rectangular pulse with that particular amplitude, right? So it is like, I have represented here this plus or minus. What does it mean? It means that, that's what I am telling here. This is what we discussed in that previous class, this baseband transmission, right? So what I am trying to say here is, you have this in phase component like this. So one outcome of the in phase component here, this is xti, and this amplitude is root EB by TB, and you have this minus root EB by TB, right? So once in TB, so this is 2 TB and this is the place 3 TB, 4 TB, right? 6, 7, it goes like that. This is one of the outcome of your in phase component, right? So it takes once in TB, it takes either the plus or minus, right? It gets multiplied with that AK, you know that, right? We have just compare the expression what we discussed in the previous class. This is what I am talking about. Theta is a delay, right? That's fine, but KT is more important. There this capital T, right? Here it is T subscript B, that is the difference, right? So once in TB, you have a pulse, is a rectangular pulse, the same rectangular pulse what we discussed in that baseband transmission. Here also we are using that same baseband, right? and that is getting multiplied with either plus or minus, and that constant specifically I have chosen it as what, root EB by TB, right. So this is the in phase component. So the in phase component is the baseband, right, random process XTI as well as XTQ. XTQ also takes the same form, but it is random. It is not a deterministic signal. It will not have the same signal again, right. So you will have a particular outcome. Once in TB, it gets multiplied with either plus or minus root 2 EB by TB. That is the meaning of it. I hope you are getting this, right. So this is what I am calling it as band pass representation. This is that simple QPSK signal what you transmit through the channel with a carrier frequency Fc can be viewed as XTI cos 2 pi FCT minus XTQ sin 2 pi FCT of this form, in which your in phase XTI and then XTQs are defined in this way, right. So you have this plus or minus, XTI. In fact, this is just for you to make you understand how it actually, what values it takes. Strictly speaking, what is my XTI? This is my XTI, nothing else, right. So and this AK, right, takes what? AK takes two values. What are that? Root of 2 EB by TB. It's get multiplied with that, and you have a rectangular pulse with the duration of what? TB. If I put TB here, this is my in phase component. This is what exactly it means, XTI, right. AKs are the discrete, right. It takes either plus or minus root EB, or I will put it as like this, right. It is uniformly distributed, right. So I write it like this. AK takes what? Plus or minus root 2 EB by TB with some predefined probability. That is the meaning of it, right. So the probability of AK equal to what? Root 2 EB by TB will be there, and probability for the other minus root EB by TB is also going to be there. It is defined. It takes either these two values, right. Understood. So how I am linking this, the baseband transmission and the band pass, that is more important, right. For instance, let me have one more example. In case of FSK, here correct me if I am doing some mistake, right? I hope this is right, isn't it? Cos A minus B is what? Cos A cos B plus sin A sin B, right? So I have written right, and this is minus here, right? So what is more important here is you have to locate. See, I am writing in this parenthesis to indicate that we have two choice for it, right? So in case of FSK, we are using two different frequencies for transmission, F1 and F2, to represent ones and zeros, binary transmission. And I have chosen this F1 and F2 particularly like this, right? And if you expand this expression, you are getting this, right? And I am now comparing to this the band pass representation. You see that we have this cos 2 pi FCT, and here this cos 2 pi FCT is there, and then you have this sin 2 pi FCT, sin 2 pi FCT is there, right? This whatever is there, that is a coefficient of cos 2 pi FCT, whatever the term is getting multiplied, so that I can view it as what? XTI, isn't it? So here this XTI is what? Root 2 EB by TB cos 2 pi T by 2 TB, and here it is what? The same thing, cos 2 pi T by 2 TB into what? Root of 2 EB by TB, isn't it? But when you go for the quadrature component, here it is the plus sin 2 pi T by 2 TB, of course multiplied with what? 2 EB by TB, and here this is becoming what? Minus. What does it mean? It means that for the in phase component in this expression is the same, right? But this is not taking two values, plus or minus, it is taking only one value. So it means that whatever you transmit, either it is 1 or 0, your in phase component is just what? Is only this cos 2 pi T by 2 TB is getting transmitted, irrespective of whatever you transmit, whether it is going to be ones or zeros, doesn't matter. You understood what I am telling? So I just wanted to plot that so that you can understand it better. Right? So you are transmitting ones and zeros, right? So here when you are transmitting 1, let us assume that you are having this plus component for the quadrature component and minus component for the, in phase component, and minus for that quadrature component, right? This one is representing 1 and this is representing 0, let us assume, right? Isn't it? That's the meaning of it, isn't it? So depends upon whether it is going to be 1 or 0, we use to transmit like that. And these expressions are defined right, once in what? That time duration TB. Once in TB it actually takes either plus or minus, but of course not for the in phase component. Quadrature component it takes either plus or minus, right, for the quadrature component. For the in phase component, irrespective of whether it is 1 or 0, it is going to take only the plus. It means that, what it means? It means that we are actually transmitting only the cos. This pulse we are so keeping this as a reference in this point. Right? I wanted to plot only this in phase component, right? When T is what? So where that zero crossing will occur? these two gets cancelled. When t by 2, right, you get what? 0, isn't it? So let us assume that this is t by 2 point where it crosses, right, and you have the peak again, it goes to what? 0. I told you that once in TB it is plotted. TB is that duration, right? So TB plus t by 2 is 3, isn't it? So when you substitute 3 TB by 2 here, what is the value you are getting? Is it coming as 0, right? So this is what you have the pulse. This case, irrespective of whether it is what? Ones or zeros, doesn't matter. This is what your in phase component being transmitted through the channel. But when it comes to this quadrature component, it is not like, right? In case of quadrature component, if it is 1, it takes plus. If it is 0, it takes what? Minus. So that way it is going to be there, and the pulse shape is going to be what? Sine, not cos. Right? Are you getting this? So it is going to be like this. Right? This is what you are going to have for 1. If it is 0, you get it as what? The minus. If it is 1, or if it is 0 again, so you see that difference. In case of in phase component, irrespective of whether it is ones or zeros, it is going to be just the same thing is going to repeat again and again being transmitted through the channel, right? But in case of the quadrature component, it takes what? Plus or minus. That is the way how we transmit the signal in that through the channel here, right? So the plot is done for the proper synchronization, right? So I mean, keeping this as a reference, 0.0, right, and you have a binary stream. Immediately after seeing what is that binary stream, right, is if you have 1, right, here there is no problem. It is going to be that a repeated pulse, the same pulse getting repeated again and again, that's being transmitted through the channel. Whether it is 1 or 0 doesn't matter. But here it is not like that. We have to sense it. If it is 1, it is the positive pulse. If it is 0, it is going to be your negative pulse. In fact, this is the one what we discussed in the previous class. This is the baseband transmission of the form what? Which we discussed in the previous class, right? Sigma k equal to minus infinity plus infinity ak p of t minus kt. Of course, delay I have not drawn. This is of this form. I can claim this is that form. Only thing is what? The pulse shape is not rectangle. The pulse shape is different. Here it is a sine. Defined for TB. Right? Strictly speaking, you are going to have this as TB in this. And this amplitude AK is taking either what? Plus or minus root of 2 EB by, right, TB, and the pulse shape is this. This is the pulse shape, right? So this P of t, let me draw it here, and your pulse is like this, which is basically 0 to what? TB. This is the pulse, the amplitude is there. So I have given this, taking this plus or minus in this case with some amplitude. So let me put this amplitude as 1, right. So AK takes, so otherwise you have to tell AK takes either plus or minus 1, and this amplitude you bring it to what? The pulse. Both are same, right, but that's fine, that's not going to affect the result, right. So what I want to compare, see, this is we derived already. This one we know the answer for it. We know what is the spectrum occupied by this random process. This itself is a random process. This is also that random process, but I mean from that definition we see that it is a random process actually, but you can see it is of almost what? The deterministic signal, right? Because you are not even sensing what is that, is that going to be 1 or 0, irrespective of whatever it is that 1 or 0, it is going to be what? The same pulse getting repeated again and again, right. So for this case, of course we will derive formally, but intuitively we understand that just taking that Fourier transformation of the sequence, it's a periodic sequence, so we can go for Fourier series, and the spectrum is not restricted, you know that, right. It is a multiples of what? The fundamental frequency, and it even goes up to what? Infinity, but the amplitude goes down. Fourier series, isn't it? So here the spectrum, your FSK spectrum, when you see the spectral density graph, you can see the impulse, the peak will be there. That is actually coming due to this in phase component, right. Quadrature component is very simple, I mean, which we already discussed in the previous class. We can straight away go for that expression to get that answer, right. So now let me do it for these two first, then we will go for the other two, MSK and PSK is very simple anyhow. See, let us start with this, how to find out the spectral density of this band pass transmission. Now just now I motivated you to understand about how that baseband and band pass are getting related, right. This is a more general expression imposing this carrier frequency. If I know this in phase and quadrature component, then I can write the band pass representation of a signal, of any signal, like you had here in this case QPSK, FSK, and even PSK, MSK, and what not. You can imagine what shape you want to have it for your in phase. You understood? So, but what is really needed is we need to know what is the spectrum density of XT. XTI is fine. First let me start with XTI. So what is, I straight away write the expression for the spectral density, because we derived in the previous class. And what is that expression? First we will write that expression. What is that we did? 1 by TB, right, k equal to minus infinity plus infinity RA of k, what? P of f, the magnitude square, e power minus j 2 pi f TB. That is the spectral density, right. For both the case, what is that pulse? This P of f is the pulse. What is the pulse we used here? The pulse used here is a rectangular pulse. For QPSK it is a rectangular pulse, isn't it? Because you see that root of 2 EB by TB, right. In case of FSK, root 2 EB by TB is getting multiplied with what? Cos 2 pi t by 2 TB, but here it is not having that term. It means what? It is getting multiplied with some constant. It means my pulse shape is going to be what? The rectangle. So this is TB here, right, isn't it? And the amplitude I can bring it here as root 2 EB by TB, and my AKs are taking that values as A case takes plus or minus 1, right. I mean, I have done there in a different way, that is not a problem, but still this is simple. A case takes either the value as what, plus or minus 1, depends upon whether it is 1 or 0, isn't it? If it is 1, it is plus, if it is 0, it is going to be what, the minus 1. Are you getting this, right? This is what your A case, and the pulse used is your rectangular pulse in this. I hope you are getting this, isn't it? So now for the special case, we will consider the special case when the sequence, the binary sequence are uncorrelated. I told you that it depends on what, RA of 0, isn't it? RA of k is going to be having a finite value only for what, k equal to 0. For all other values of k, it is going to be what, 0. In that case, we get if A k's are uncorrelated, then we get this right, or A of 0 P of f the magnitude square. A special case. So it depends upon the Fourier transformation of the pulse being used, right. The pulse is this, so we need to take what, the Fourier transformation of this. What is the Fourier transformation of the rectangular pulse? It is a sinc. So that is that, you know, for QPSK, if you see the spectrum, QPSK signal, right, the spectral density plot, if you do it, it is going to be that sinc pulse, sinc square, right. Spectral density is basically sinc square, because we have this P of f the magnitude square. Sinc square is going to be your spectral density. Exact expression I want you to put up in your notebook. I am not going to do that. Take the proper Fourier transformation of this and substitute here to get that spectral density, right. It is very simple, you can do that. You got the point. This is the spectral density of in phase. What about the spectral density of the quadrature component? What do you think? It is going to be the same. There is no difference in it. The spectral density of the quadrature component is exactly same as that of, I just put equal to Sxi of q, that is it, because they are the same. We need a relationship between what, the spectral density of this in phase and quadrature component with the spectral density of the band pass transmission xt. If I know that, then I can plug in this result there to get the final expression, as simple as that. So that we will do now, right. Before that, let me summarize this result here. I think this is not needed, I erase that. What is needed for me is this QPSK Sxi of f is Sq of f is 1 by Tb RA of 0 matrix square. So this is the shape, and we know what is that pulse for this QPSK, that I will draw here just to have some summary. So this is your root of 2 EB by TB, and this is your P of t. Other things you can find out actually, right. So you can take the Fourier transformation of the rectangular pulse is going to be sinc, right. P of f the magnitude square is needed, so sinc square will come. So that you put it here to get that spectral density of in phase and quadrature component. Fine. Before going for getting the relationship between xti and xt, xti, xtq and xt, right. You will see the similar exercise for FSK. For FSK, quadrature component is very straightforward. FSK quadrature is simple. I can write the same expression, but what is the difference? Your pulse, what we use here for the quadrature is your sine, and this is going to be your TB, and this peak value is going to be root 2 EB by TB. Very simple, that is very straightforward. But what about this in phase component? There the in phase and quadrature component both are same, isn't it? Because in case of QPSK, in phase component is also what? Plus or minus. Quadrature component also has the same thing, right? Plus or minus. But in case of FSK, it is not so. In case of in phase component, irrespective of whether it is going to be 1 or 0, it is simply the same pulse. Cos pulse is going to get repeated again and again. But if it is a quadrature component, you have the choice, just like what we had it here. So straight away, quadrature component I can write as it is. But in phase component is tricky. As I told you intuitively, of course we can in fact treat this as a random process, and I can find out, right, the autocorrelation, right, and specular density. I can do that, but intuitively we understand that the in phase component is a deterministic. So if I want to know about this spectrum, I can simply take what? The Fourier transform, and then the magnitude square will give you that spectral density estimation. But I wanted to do in a formal way, but this is just the idea. So when I take this Fourier transformation for this one, it is going to be what? What? It's a periodic signal. So you get it is what? Fourier transformation of periodic signal using Fourier series, right? It's going to be discrete in nature, which takes that value of what? The frequency as what? 1 by the fundamental period. Fundamental period here it is TB. So we have a frequency of what? 1 by TB, 2 by TB, 3 by TB, it goes. And similarly we have what? Zeros are there, average, and then you go to the negative side, right? So you get this discrete values. You understood this point, right? So that is what you are supposed to write for the in phase component. The Fourier transformation of this pulse, the whole square, magnitude square will be taken to know about the spectral density, right? So, but what is that XTI, the expression? We will start with that. Have here as root TB by TB cos 2 pi T by 2 TB, right? So you can formally take, there's a random process, put the delay theta, compute the autocorrelation, and take the spectral density, right? Fourier transformation of it, you get a spectral density for it, right? So let us quickly do that also. So now what I am going to do is I am going to consider this part, the in phase component alone, XTI. XTI is this root 2 EB by TB cos 2 pi T by 2 TB. You have to be careful while writing XTQ, the quadrature component, right? I have to write in this form by defining P for FSK, because your AK takes either what? Plus or minus 1, and you have a specific pulse for it, right? So that way only you can write, and you have to find out this autocorrelation for this, which we already did. That's what I did the baseband at the beginning. We already did it, so we got that result directly. But while writing this in phase component, we need not write like this, because there is nothing like AK. It is only the cos wave, nothing else. Isn't it? The cos wave in the sense, right? So you get this as once in TB, it is getting repeated. In fact, it is not that magnitude, that also you have to be careful, right? It is not the magnitude. What I have drawn here, please have a correction, it is pure cos wave. I have drawn only that magnitude part of it, the absolute value of this. In fact, we are not transmitting this, we are actually transmitting the cos wave as it is. Understood? Please have a correction, or I will correct it here itself. So I am sorry, right? So it is not that every time once in TB I am getting that absolute value of it I am transmitting. It is not like that. It is just the cos wave I am transmitting as an in phase component, irrespective of whether it is ones or zeros. So I don't have this absolute here, right? It is just cos 2 pi t by 2 TB, right? In that case, we know what is that Fourier transformation of the cos, right? It is an impulse. One at what? It is going to be that the frequency of 1 by TB, right? I am sorry, please have a correction, right? So your spectrum is not going to have that discrete, just like what I told, Fourier series. We have 1 by TB, 2 by TB and so on. Instead, it is going to have only 1 by TB. You understood? Only that is the frequency we get for this in phase component, because there is no absolute here. Just I noticed now, so there is no absolute. See, it is only that cos wave, I am sorry that. But in case of quadrature component, it is not like that. We have plus or minus. Once in TB, it actually senses the value, right? So it is the sine wave, purely it is a sine wave here, it is there. In both the case, sine 2 pi sine 2 pi t by 2 TB is there, sine is there. But this sine here, it is going to be plus, and here it is going to be minus. It takes either what? Plus or minus. So once in TB, it changes. Either it is going to be plus or minus, it all depends upon the actual binary stream to be transmitted. So the quadrature component is going to be like this, no doubt in it, right? But the in phase component is simply the cos wave. I am sorry that it is not that absolute of cos. Please do this correction, right? So now it is, what is that to do? We need to have the delay. This indicates that it is in the receiver section. So then I can go for r xi of tau. So that is going to be our expectation of xt plus tau I, then xt I here, isn't it? So this is that autocorrelation. Now 2 EV by TB that I take outside, cos 2 pi t minus theta by 2 TB, t plus tau theta by 2 TB, 2 pi t minus theta by 2 TB, right? So this is what you get, and this is of the form cos a plus b by 2 cos a minus b by 2, right? It is a cos a plus cos b format, right? So this can be written as EB by TB of, I have included this off, and this two gets cancelled here, cos, I am going to have two terms in this, plus cos, one is the summation and the another one is that difference, summation, sum and the difference here. So you get what? 2 pi t plus tau minus theta plus t minus theta. So you get what? 4 pi t plus 2 pi tau, right, and here 2 pi theta, there also 2 pi theta, minus 4 pi theta here. So one of the term I am just adding these two. So it is get 4 pi 2 pi tau and then minus 4 pi tau. This is 2 pi theta and there it is 2 pi theta, so you will get minus 4 pi theta. And here is the difference. Difference t minus theta gets cancelled in both the case, you get only what? 2 pi tau. We have two terms in this. So this I think you have noted, right? So I will erase this. So the first term involves theta, second term does not have theta. So here when it is having theta, you see what is that I am doing? I wanted to take this expectation over that, isn't it? So this theta is what? The delay which is of uniformly distributed between what? 0 to Tb, which just like what we had it for the baseband transmission. We know that it is uniformly distributed between what? 0 to capital T, that is what we consider. Here it is going to be uniformly distributed between 0 to Tb, right. So when I do that, right, so what is that you do? This is the expectation of function of theta, right. So integral this function into the density function is what? Uniformly distributed, so it is 1 by Tb. Integral is from where? 0 to Tb. If I do this integration for the cos, you get what? Sine, right, and if I apply the limit 0 to Tb, you get the value is going to be 0. That is what I am telling you orally everything, I am not writing because I know that first answer is ending up with what? 0, because theta is uniformly distributed between 0 to Tb. You can check it later on, right. So integral from 0 to Tb, the function is there multiplied with what? The density function, which is again what? 1 by Tb d theta. If I do that cos integration, get sine and apply the limit, you get that value as 0. What is more important is the second term that does not have theta, the expectation of constant, and hence the result or xi of tau is simply what? Eb by Tb cos 2 pi tau by 2 Tb, and that is the reason what I told, your spectral density is going to be that impulse, because it is what? Cos pi tau by Tb. Cos we can write it as what? E power plus j 2 pi fc t plus e power minus j 2 pi fc, I mean ft by 2, right. So taking that Fourier transformation, you get what? 2 impulse, right, one at the frequency at what? 1 by 2 Tb, the another one is at what? Minus 1 by 2 Tb, am I right? Getting, right. So this is the two locations where you get this impulse. So it is 1 by 2 Eb by Tb, and you get an impulse here f minus 1 by 2 Tb plus delta of f plus 1 by, you see that. So I have actually blank here, so I will write that answer in this. right. This is what I said. The spectral density for the in phase component involves what? The impulse, right. But the spectral density for the quadrature component is the same thing, what just like what we discussed for the baseband transmission, and that is the drawback of FSK. The main problem in FSK is actually we get this 2 impulse which is useless, which is not conveying any information. Irrespective of whether it is ones or zeros, we are simply transmitting what? Cos. So that is not useful. That is a major drawback of FSK, and it carries more power, having 2 impulse, and takes away the power what we use it for transmission, which is actually having no information, right. Just transmitting cos phi, do you have any information? No, isn't it? So that is the drawback of this FSK, and that is what we are going for other techniques, right. QPSK, MSK. MSK is that actually alternative for your FSK, right. So that does not have this impulse. You got it, right. So now the main important point, we got this in phase and quadrature component for QPSK and FSK, but actually what we really need is the relationship between what? Sx of f, Sxi of f, and Ssq of f. So once that is known, then it is very straightforward. I can write the result, right. So I am just finding out what is that, right, the autocorrelation of xt, right. Okay. So you have these 4 terms, this with this, this with this, this with this, and this with this, right. So when you consider this with this, the first term, you get expectation of xt plus tau I, xti, and then what? fc t plus tau cos 2 pi fct, isn't it? So this is what you get, and one more important point which I missed here is we need to get the random process in the receiver section, right, not that transmitter section. This is of the transmitter section. So we need to have what? The delay, right. So the delay is going to be there in the receiver section. So that minus theta delay is needed. I need to put it everywhere. That's what I am thinking, right. So but here that theta is what? Uniformly distributed between what? This case, so this is related with your carrier frequency fc. right. So to that level we have to see what is actually the delay happening, right. If it is only that baseband transmission, this alone if you are analyzing, then we took it as what, this delay is uniformly distributed between 0 to TB, that binary duration. But now the carrier frequency is coming, it is superimposing that. So we are interested in the period of what, the carrier frequency, that is the place, now we are going to represent as the multiples of Fc, I mean 1 by Fc, that is that time duration of the sine wave, that cos wave, right, what we are having. So that Fc plays the important role in finding out the delay in this case. When it is coming as the band pass representation, your delay is uniformly distributed between 0 to 1 by Fc. I hope this is clear to you, because you understand that the actual delay is always be there, some figure is going to be there, but what is random, that we have to look. It all depends upon, right, the factor what we use here. For example, in case of the band pass transmission, this Fc plays the important role. In case of the baseband transmission, once in TB, right, we are actually making it as random, right. So the delay is happening there with what, TB as a uniform distributed. But here as we are having this carrier frequency Fc, right, so we have to say that the delay is uniformly distributed between 0 to 1 by Fc, right. So this is what I wanted to do, that. So the delay I want to impose here everywhere, okay. So the first term when you consider, it is going to be that cos 2 pi Fc t plus tau minus theta, and here you get cos 2 pi Fc t minus theta, that is going to be that first term in this. So as I told you little earlier, right, we can fix this theta and take the expectation, and once again you can take the expectation over theta. So in that case, so you get this Rx I of tau, and we need to take expectation over this, right. So that means what, integral, it is uniformly distributed, I already told, 1 by what, Fc, right. So this is 1 by Fc, so it is going to be scaled with what, Fc here, it is uniformly distributed between what, 0 to the time duration 1 by Fc, right. So this I have written in this, okay. Then this one, this I can write it as two term, right. One is what, cos a plus b form, and then cos a minus b form, we get this d theta. So the first term you get what, when it is added, similar to that what we had it earlier, right. So 4 pi Fct minus 4 pi Fc theta minus 2 pi Fc tau, not minus, it is plus, 2 pi Fct, 2 pi Fct, it is 4, 2 pi Fc tau is there, 2 pi Fc theta, there also 2 pi Fc theta minus it is there, right. So this is one term, off is there, so that I put it here, and the second term is the difference, cos a plus b, right, plus cos a minus b I need to have. So the next term here, so it's going to be like this, cos, the difference term I have to write here, the difference term you get only this cos 2 pi Fc tau and d theta. So just like what we discussed, in the previous example. Right. So what is that first term? First term only involves what? Theta, right. So we take what? The integral over it, we get what? Sine, and apply the limit. Fc is there in that limit. So when I substitute, that first term is actually becoming 0, and but the second term is 1 by Fc will come, because it is a constant. 1 by Fc will come and gets multiplied with what? Fc gets cancelled. It is going to be 1 by 2 cos 2 pi Fc tau. That is the final result. So of cos 2 pi Fc tau is going to be the final result for this. Of course, Rxi of tau. Right. Right. So this is just taking this with this. Okay. If I take this with this, you get similar term. This with this, you get another term. This and this, you get the 4 terms we will get, isn't it? So I have just derived the expression for the first term, right? So when you do this one, this we have this Rxt and Rxq. For simplicity and even true in reality, this in phase and quadrature component, if you assume that, right, they are independent and individually they are having that mean as what? 0. If that is the case, we have this xti. So I will write that steps here. So, right, I mean this t plus tau, it can be anything. It is not only tau, it can be just t also, doesn't matter. From the in phase component, any time instant you choose, right. More generally it is going to be t1 and t2. Any time instant you choose from the in phase component and quadrature component. If I take this expectation of xt1i, xt2q, I hope this is clear to you, right. This means what? From the random process of in phase component, I tap across what? The process at t1, I get a random variable called xt1, right, and then for quadrature component I tap across the process at t2, I get a random variable as what? xt2q, and if I take expectation over this 2 random variable, that is becoming what? 0, because I assumed that they are independent and individually they are having the mean as 0, right. If that is the case, I am going to neglect the term q with I and I with q. These 2 terms I am going to neglect, and we have only this q with q. Q with q is there. It is exactly the same method what we had it here. The same expression. Only thing is what? In case of cos it is sine. So again the expression is going to be the same. It is going to be that cos only in this, isn't it? But in place of plus it is going to be what? Minus. Is it not? So I can take the same explanation for that. You get exactly the same expression only with what? Rx q of tau of cos 2 pi Fc tau, Rx q of tau, right, isn't it? Because here we have here minus, and this is minus, this is becoming plus, and you have this term cos, right, a plus b, see cos a minus cos b, what is that? Minus 2 minus, right, minus sine a plus b by 2 sine a minus b by 2, right. That is what I am also telling, right. So here we get this sine terms are there, here is also sine and this is also sine, right. So if you want me to do, we will quickly do that. So what I am telling is, here in place of cos it is going to be the sine, and this is sine here, and 2 sine, so written in terms of cos again. Only thing is what, in place of plus it is going to be minus. So anyhow the first term is going to vanish, we get the second term with minus sine, isn't it. So what else, you get this same expression of cos 2 pi fc tau. Only thing is what, Rx q of tau will come into picture. Any doubt in this, right? What about that sign? Is it a plus or minus? Is it going to be plus or minus? I will write that final result here. Sx of or I will put it as Rxi of tau, which is first term is this of cos 2 pi Who is telling this? Second term. This is going to be the same, again cos only will come, so I will write the same expression, but sine plus but remember that here it is going to be what, minus into minus, it is plus here, right, that you have taken care. Right, okay. So now, so when I take this spectral density xxi of f here, so you get 1 by 4, right. So it is multiplied with the impulse, I am sorry, it is multiplied with cos, I write it as in terms of exponent. So I can use this delay property, right. So that you get what, Sxi of f minus fc plus xi of f plus fc plus sxq of f minus fc plus sxq of f plus fc. Very important proof what we have done. Okay, so we were actually deriving the autocorrelation of this xt, right. So that is a starting point, you get this Rx of tau, and when I take this Fourier transform, you get what, the spectral density. The spectral density of the band pass transmission depends on the spectral density of the in phase component and then quadrature component. So the in phase component is xi, xq's are quadrature component, and it is very straightforward that 1 by 4 Sxi of f plus fc, f minus fc, Sxq of f plus fc, Sxq of f minus fc, as simple as that. So if you are having some real transmission through the channel, if you want to know about this bandwidth, you try to find out what is that, the actual in phase and quadrature component, that is enough. All the analysis what we do in telecommunication, wireless communication, we do for the baseband transmission. Even the spectral density, right, also is very straightforward. We have to look for the in phase and the quadrature component. That is the reason why we are interested on this. It is enough for me to analyze only that in phase and quadrature component.